Why do I keep posting even though many aren't listening? It's very hard to wake people up to their own divine nature and spiritual self when all that they were taught is just what you see and experience with the physical senses is all that there is. We have been taught, programmed really, that there is nothing for us to learn to reach for other than what the government tells us, or that, or rather, the government run programs at schools called lessons to be less. And if you learn more, then you are a moron. now, uh, now we all basically are warned that to go outside of those teachings, that there is a mental hospital with our name on it. This is mental slavery. But if we were all spiritually enlightened, the governments know that they would be no use there'd be no use for them, and that there would be no place for them in our society. We would all self govern and reach an elevated status of awareness, be much richer in all areas of our being, spiritually richer, economically richer, mentally richer, and spiritually richer, because all their teachings have either altered or limited these things. I know it is very hard to come out of that mental comfort zone that many have been in for so long. It feels safe, even though it is limiting. You may convince yourselves that you can't or you can handle the usual limitations of want, of some sickness, or of some sadness and so on, because you have been through it and you're used to it, and it's more comfortable for you to live with these limiting and or debilitating conditions than to venture outside of that little world you have cemented yourselves in. But that reality isn't real, and it isn't safe either. It's best that you try to ease your way out of it now than to receive a mighty jolt somewhere down the line where the overload may be too difficult for you to handle all in one go. You may have created a world of parties, travel, lunch outings, and you feel comfortable in that world. Now, there's nothing wrong with that at all. We all should partake in fun. We need it, but not at the sacrifice of higher understanding or a wider vision of the world. There is much more to life than this. There is deeper meaning, but because many of us have not been taught this, and it is deliberate, we feel uncomfortable going in that direction. Some may even think it's boring. But if you truly look around the world and see what is going on, you know that this is not a natural state of affairs. The thing is, with the unprepared, is that when it hits you, you expect someone else to come and save you. But that isn't fair because all the time they did the hard work and you didn't. So I continued to post, hoping that eventually enough people would slow down, pause, give themselves time to think, and realize that by waking up to their real spiritual selves while still having fun, of course, that we could make a real, valuable, and lasting contribution to the opening and elevation of other people who were once just like you, not knowing who you truly are. And that's a fantastic being, a divine being in amnesia. Thanks for listening, Diana.